Hi guys, welcome back to the Codefreak channel and freak out as you code. So today we'll be trying to cover a few topics. First, let's start off with the alert message or the alert keyword that we have used previously. So first, let's start off with the alert keyword that we have used previously. So you have already seen how alert works. So it gives a pop-up right on top. The way the pop-up appears as such on the screen is something which you can't change. So if you try it on different browsers as such, you get different types of pop-ups, right? So let's try out alert once. So alert. So let me put in some data like hello world. All right. Yeah. So yeah, you can see that you get a message here and you have a button called OK. So now let's go to the next type of way you can get an alert on top or a box on top, right? So that is called prompt. So let's use the prompt. So for that, let's create a variable. So let's create a variable called result and then let's equate it to prompt. So this is a prompt function or yeah, what you'll be using. So you can have a question. So the first parameter is a string which you can have where you can have a question. So let's ask a question here. So I'll ask rate my previous video. Yeah, so that will be the question. So you can give it a default value also. So that will be the next parameter, or you can not give any default value. That also works. All right. So let me rate it 10. All right, as the default value. So let's check it out. So you can see that you got rate my previous video, the question here, and then you have the default number here, and then you have two buttons, OK and cancel. So if you want to change it to 9 or 9.5, you can do that, and then you can just press on OK, or you can just cancel it also. Perfect. So you will get the result. So the value will be stored in the result. So if you want to see the value, you can just for now do console.log. So let's see. So you got the value 9.5 here, right? So that's how you use a prompt. So now let's look into another way that we can actually use this. All right. So that is called confirm. It shows a message and waits for the user to press OK or cancel. It returns a true value if you press OK, and it returns a false value if you just press cancel or escape or just cross it. All right. So let's look into that also now. So let's give in some data. Yeah, so the page says hi. So you can either do OK or cancel. So when you put OK, you get it returns a value true. Perfect. So that's what you can actually see here, right? So now I have told you limitations already. So let's just go through that again. So the exact location of the model window is determined by the browser. Okay, it's usually in the center, and the exact look of the window also depends on the browser, and we can't modify it. Now let's go into a new topic which is related to what we have learned, that is the data types in the last video. So if you have not seen that video, just go up and look at it. All right. So now we will talk about the conversion or data conversion, data type conversion. So changing from string to number, number to string, and then maybe to boolean, stuff like that. All right. So if you have to change something to a string, so let's do that. So let me first make a variable and make it a number. All right. And now let me convert this 10 to a string, right? So what you can do is you can create another variable called b, and then you can do string of, or of in the sense you can put in brackets, string of a. So whatever is there in a is going to get converted to strings. Okay, so we got an error that the identifier b has already been declared. So let's give it a new name. That's no problem. All right. So let me make it b1. Okay. Now let's check it out. So yeah. So now let me check out what is there in b1. So let me just type b1. So you can see that 10 is the value. It's like a string, right? But when you put a, you can see it's a number. All right. So you can either see it this way, or you can use type of function also and see. In the similar manner, you can convert something to number also. So you can just do number of a or number of whatever is there. So let me just do that. So number of, so say I have a 23 here. All right. Yeah. So you can see that you got 23 as a number, right? So let me try boolean of maybe 24. Yeah, let's see what happens. So it's a true value. So now maybe we will try 0 and let's see what happens. It's a false value. So if you try 1, let's see what happens. So it's a true value. So you type any number as such other than 0, it's a true value. All right. So when you come to the strings, so if you have an empty string, it's a false value. If you have any character inside the string, so even a space also, it's a true value. If you have a 0 string, it's also a true value, right? Because it's a string. So these are some things which you can actually keep in mind. So 1 0 is something which you can keep in mind. So let's come to one more interesting topic related to the number conversion. All right. So the value undefined will be changed to NaN when you come to the numbers. So let me just do that. So let me just type in number. All right, and put inside it undefined. Yeah. So you can see that you got an output called NaN. All right. So when you do that, that's what happens. But let's make a string out of it. So string of undefined. Let's see what happens. I guess you would have already guessed. So let's see whether our output is same as what you guessed. So you'll get a string which contains the letters or the alphabets undefined. So that's how string works. But if you put boolean of undefined, let's check that out also. So let's do that. Boolean of undefined. Yeah, let's look at it. So it's a false value. All right. So that's how you can actually check out all of them. It actually helps out a lot later. So let's also do one more thing with respect to boolean. So 2 greater than 0. So yeah, it's true. 2 is greater than 0. 2 less than 0. It's false. So basically booleans are actually as such used for logical operations or these comparison kind of operations. So that is something which you have to keep in mind also. Yeah. So that's it for today's videos, guys. So just try out the questions that I have put on the screen so that you can actually learn as to what is happening here. So yeah, just try them out. They're very simple questions. Bye bye, guys. Subscribe, like and share, and I'm going to comment on each of these each of the correct answers that you put in the comment section. All right.